Hey guys, what's up? Pixels here. In today's video, I'm giving you my new best Henry the Red build on Evil Dead the game. This one's actually pretty insane. You're very hard to kill with it, and you probably won't find yourself dropping out of your shield too much as well, which is really nice. So anyways, let's jump into it. So the first one, obviously, we're going to put a point into the last word, and then we're going to put 3 points into reinforced amulet, and then 3 points into increased length of shield bars. The reason why I don't go for 4 points is it's only an extra 2% buff, which just isn't worth it at all. So the main thing is with this guy is that he actually has battle harden, which gives him a 10% anyways, so you're actually just getting a huge 20% length of shield bar increase there, which is really good. So the next one, we're just going to put a point in artful dodger. Really, self-explanatory. A lot of people say, oh, you should put 3 points into this. Honestly, spending an extra 2 points just to kind of get an extra dodge after a second is just not worth it. Those 2 points can be more beneficial in the build. So the next one, we're just going to put a point into industrial strength, and then we're going to put 2 points in it quicker cooldown as well. We're going to come down to devastating force. I don't like this perk, sadly, but we have to spend 4 points just to get a 15% flat increase on our melee damage, which is okay, I guess. And then we're going to put 3 points into seeing stars as well. So with Henry, he is a tank, and the main thing is to obviously just smack a lot of balance bars with this guy as well, which is very helpful. It doesn't matter what weapon you use, really. I found that using a lumberjack axe works well with this guy, or a sledgehammer. Definitely a lumberjack axe, because lumberjack axes actually have they actually have hyper armor compared to other weapons. And what hyper armor is that you can't get interrupted during your attacks, which is great. We're just going to put a point into blunt force trauma just to ignore that perk. Like I said, it will help out if you have a sledgehammer, but ideally you probably just want to go for a lumberjack axe for this guy. And we're going to put 3 points into heavy hitter. So the main thing, like I said, is with this guy being a tank, I like to spam my heavies quite a lot, but I only really use that on the possessed units. So the current way the game is right now is that obviously balance bars aren't massive. So what I tend to do is, savoring my health as much as possible with this guy, not drinking shemps all the time, not wasting the support shemps. So that's going to factor in a quicker cooldown here. So obviously we can use his ability a lot more, which is probably, the best ability in the game, or close to the best ability in the game. And with heavy melee attacks, this helps out to deal with the boss units and to deal with possessed units a lot. But outside of that, outside of the possessed units, the main thing I do is just spam lights on the basic AI and do finishes. So that way, I can keep my health up, and I'm not just taking needless damage just for the sake of a fancy damage number at the end of the game, Again, it does help out with crowd control, though, as well, if you do want to go in for the heavy attacks. If you feel like, it's a bit overwhelming, there's too many AI units, going in with the heavy attacks does help out with that as well. And the next thing, the last thing we go for is tougher than hell. Obviously just another 10% damage reduction. So it's a very tanky build, but you also have the damage there as well, which is awesome. And honestly, it's very strong on this character. And if you do use this build, you'll just feel almost unstoppable playing him. So with the pink fuck upgrades, it's a little bit different with this guy. So I go stamina first, and then I go straight for shield, because I want to get to the 5th shield bar, and I want to get the 2 amulets with the shield as well. Obviously, it's a bit more complicated because you don't want to waste an amulet just to get that 1 extra shield bar at the end. So what I tend to do is I'll put it to 4, and then, whatever damage I take, if I lose that 1 shield bar, then I will increase the amulet. So that way you can take damage, and then you can max out your shield as well. And it's not really wasting an amulet or health that way, if that makes sense. You're basically not wasting another shield bar. So bear that in mind when you're playing this character. And not only that, after we've gone for that, I go straight for melee. A lot of people might think, oh, go for industrial strength. Whilst that is good on this character, since he is a tank, it's really not needed when you're focusing so much on your shield bar. For me, industrial strength is just for solo queue purposes only. If you're playing with a team, and to be honest, this build still works really well in solo queue as well. But if you're playing with a team and you're playing with a support character that you trust, you really don't want to have high health, because they're giving you better health with the shemps that way as well, which is good. And like I said, him being a tank character, focusing on shield, and obviously just being invulnerable for a few seconds with his ability, there's really no need to put industrial strength there. And of course, you can buff up your health with pink fuck as well. So just to recap, go stamina, shield, melee, then health on this guy. very much helpful. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you try this build out for yourselves. I hope you enjoy it. Like I said, I'm doing a bit more updated best builds for my characters because, you know, the meta has shifted since day one, and, you know, I've had a lot more time with the characters now. I'm a lot more experienced, so it's nice to get the knowledge across to everyone and to help everyone else out making their builds. And so thank you guys so much for watching. Leave me a like, hit that sub button if you're new to the channel. I do stream this game Monday to Thursday. And leave me a comment down below, let me know what you guys think of the build. And I have been Pixels, you my awesome viewers. I'll catch you guys in the next one.